Is this how we're feeling?
Well, you know, in the tough thing heading into today is that we got such a strong move off of FOMC, which has basically been reversed, and then we've got a little bit of a reaction to that move. So not only do we have the reaction to FOMC in the press conference, we then have the reaction to the reaction, and then we have the reaction to the reaction of the reaction. So to me, I don't know that there's an edge in one direction or the other at the open. Now, we have consistently in the past couple of weeks moved very heavily at the open. And maybe we do that again, but I don't know. I don't know that I feel confident it's going to be up or down, and I don't feel confident that the first move isn't going to be a head fake.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is too much of a range to work with, and you know, like I said, there could be some scalpable trades. For me, whenever I see such a range like this, I wait for the break out of the range or wait for a bounce between the ranges. So you know, we could come down. Previous day low, break it, come down to this 473, hold it. The 473, like I said, is a level that I'll be looking for us to break. Right now in the pre-market, we're not really doing much. We came up to that 80 area and we just rejected. So I'm curious to see how we're gonna
find where I'm logged into everything. It's one thing I can't stand about TradingView. If you accidentally log in somewhere, you got to go through the whole process of logging elsewhere and blah, 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 blah. All right, there we go. Got my select account ready to full port at the open. Not really.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, guys. So yes, I feel like tomorrow when Nick returns, there is going to be a battle over this catch-up. Speaking of battles, it's time for the opening bell battle. All right, guys. So we are now under 3 minutes from the New York Open. Yesterday was kind of a perfect series of events, which got me into my trade. I will probably, I mean, you never say never because the markets sometimes present opportunities you weren't anticipating. But I will say, Miriam, to start the day for me, it's going to take a lot to get me into a trade in the first 10 minutes, probably the first 30 minutes. I won't rule anything out, especially if we retreat to VWAP here. If we get to the BPOP area, I may look for a long, depending on the candle. I don't want to see one of those first 5-minute candles that just runs, taps, and then goes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see at least a candle, consolidation candle. I'm not saying I'm trading the orb of the IB today, but I'm going to be very interested as to the ranges on the orb and the IB and breakouts and breakdowns from those areas to potentially set up other trades.
Yeah, definitely going to be looking for some bounce plays today, possibly. I don't know if we'll get like a continuation break, but the bounce plays could be really good.
Dylan says, you trade your Tradovate accounts directly through TradingView? Yes, if you have a Tradovate connection, you can hook it up to TradingView. There should be, if you want to do that, there should be either things on our side or you can just Google that. It's pretty easy. It's right there in the brokers at the bottom. All right, 90 seconds, guys.
Body weight. Really?
See, getting a little pressure coming into the downside. I would like a VWAP tap. Would be nice.
Aside from that,
For me, I think that would be the best setup in the first, not in the first 5 minutes, but maybe we get down here, we consolidate, or even better yet, throw up a selling wick or a buying wick below here, not too far below, but below here, then maybe a doji candle and then a push up.
Yes, absolutely. I would like that.
the last 3 months.
I would like that.
Yeah. Right.
Internet hanging in there?
I think so. It seems okay.
No, but I mean,
If every time there's a hiccup, I run a speed check, and that'll usually tell me.
Actually, I might do that right now. Got about 30 seconds left here. We're going to open with a really a gap down here on the SPX as well, so we might have a nice gap to fill to the upside. I don't know why my marketplace is not working.
We'll have to get into that. I'm curious how I know you brought those up before, the SPX gaps. That's something we'll have to take a look at later in the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. So it is the day after FOMC. It is heading into a year, the end of the year, without a whole lot of catalysts. Time to lock in, check your orders. Ding, ding, motherfuckers. Let's get to work.
buying one every part.
Nice push to the downside so far.
Alright.
ES kind of holding on here. SPX open with a gap down. Really pushing.
What's going on,
in.
guys?
Order filled.
Yeah, it's a big move down there.
Really big move down. Wow. What a move. What the heck is going on with me? Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Watching this VWAP hold here on the 15-minute. ES is definitely not as weak as the NASDAQ. That's for sure. Wow.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Test the VWAP.
Wow, it is just selling here.
Market is open. Let's just see what's happening.
I will say we've seen a theme the last couple of sessions, a big move in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and then sometimes a whole hour of consolidation. Now, of course, that's always possible. I'm not sure we're going to see that today, and that's why I like this move, because I think it's going to set us up for a series of moves today, simply because there's not a whole lot else for the market to wait on, right? Like, so yesterday we had the move and then some consolidation. That makes sense because markets were waiting on FOMC. I'm not sure there's a whole lot to wait on here.
We're hanging out, figuring out what's going on here. I want to push that one down. I do. Did we go all the way to where I was thinking? The 2009?
Yeah, real Chris, that's what it's been. That's the last couple
300.
of sessions. Okay, so we tested and rejected VWAP. If we head back down there, we're gonna have a little resistance at 600. I gotta get my book map up.
We will see. I don't know that could make all that in one move.
Trying to hold
One day.
VWAP
I mean,
right
I guess
now
it could in one
NASDAQ.
day.
ES definitely more bullish.
Might be a multi-day
NQ.
swing. Might be breaking underneath. See what happens. There's a bunch of orders on ES at the top. We don't see those. We semi-see those. Those could be all the positions from. I'm kind of watching. Is this breaking over? Is it? Not making the new highs. We're gonna do it.
By the way, for I know we've talked, and Miriam has talked about how she uses Bookmap a couple of times throughout the stream, and I'm sure at some point in a slow day we'll get her to do it again. And again, I'm not an affiliate of Bookmap. I don't work for them. I don't have a business
I'm
relationship
just
with
gonna
them.
let that go for however long it goes for.
With their first month discounts.
This is our scalp account. We're gonna get ready here. We gotta figure out actually which one we're gonna trade today.
In that, I'd at least encourage you to check that out.
We're gonna
Yeah,
see if there's
absolutely.
any news that we have to worry about real quick.
I'm watching a possible long here.
We are
guys.
going to be trading.
Let's see if
28
VWAP is going to continue to hold
and
NASDAQ.
the other one. Is the other one?
NASDAQ's still weak. Wow.
Yeah, that's strong selling right there. Big red bubbles on Bookmap.
Don't do that.
Not seeing. Maybe.
Oh shoot!
Confirm this for me, Mary. I'm not
Shoot
seeing a ton of big
there.
areas of liquidity on Bookmap though.
I'm not either. Yeah, that's what's weird. I don't see that either.
I didn't notice how close that
kind of
was.
a-
That's That's a doozy.
Interesting area here. Like I said, I'm going to be watching if NASDAQ can clear down to this 528 area. ES, just I don't like where ES is sitting right now.
It's only at 35. We still got time to go. Top one, I guess, will be our scalpy. Well, we do have a scalp account right now. I think we were supposed to take care of this one. Oh, well. See what happens. This one is going against us.
Yeah, both futures right now are just not in sync.
I think it's going to go all the way up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It could.
Yes, even RTY is strong, though.
Is it? Okay. I want to take along on the NAS, but I just don't really trust it.
Kind of want to put a short in.
All right, so oil down 2%, guys. Although watch again. You know, we just seized an oil tanker. I still think we are definitely going to escalate and put boots on the ground in Venezuela.
See where the low happens.
Bring them a little freedom for that oil. So.
Freedom.
Okay. Okay. Maybe good, maybe not so good. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I know or not. I know or not.
I feel like the NASDAQ is baiting the. I can't tell if it's the shorts or the longs though.
I can't either. I don't like ES. Like ES feels strong right now. It feels like it's holding, but NAS is up to no good.
I do like that these two candles, the 5-minute candles and the NQ, have both rejected the 60. We're going to call it the 565 area because I think if we head back down there, that sets up for a leg down to the -1 standard dev band at about 500. Definitely suckered in some longs, I think, above 600.
Yeah.
Guys, I've always somebody said this to me, and I don't remember who it was. Very early in my career, and it is panned out. It says, you know, if you just assume that the markets are trying to do the most devious shit in any moment in time, you're probably going to be correct.
Probably right. Probably right.
Ouch. And it's gone.
And I think that's just a matter of again, you know, people want to assign that to market makers or you know, weird conspiracy theories. No, it's just because, like, we're traders, we're human beings, we're gonna do dumb stuff, right? It's like George Carlin used to say, is like, think about the average person, the intelligence of the average person that you know, and then realize 50% of the country is dumber.
Pretty much. I hate how futures are not in sync right now.
You mean between like the NQ and the ES? Oh yeah, ES powering up. Look at that.
Wow. Very out of sync.
You look very closely at those two and how they move together. When you see something like this, is this just a huge red flag?
Of course, yeah. Like this, we've seen this happen so much in the last week or two, right? I mean, where ES will do something like this, where it's looking very bullish, NASDAQ looking weak, right? Like, I don't like that, especially like that's why VWAP for me is kind of a good indication of where both futures are and, you know, whether or not they're in sync with each other. Like if I see, like right now, I would rather take it long on ES into the gap fill. I'm watching this gap fill here on SPX. So I'd rather take the long.
See where things are going.
Of 880,
but
ES definitely a lot stronger. So if one of them decides to, you know, start moving in one direction.
All right. Well, I jumped in there a little too early. Put a
I've always
little
seen
bit too
NASDAQ
short of a
as
stop
the leader
loss.
in this, but
we are still just gonna watch this to see how it goes.
ES
Where
right
is it
now,
gonna go?
Sorry. Yeah, ES actually I want to see 880 clear.
Jumped in a little
NASDAQ,
early.
I want to see get back above the
If it was gonna go
630.
down,
Keeps rejecting this area right
that
now.
is
So we'll see if
where I
we can
should
make
have
that
jumped
higher
in
to
at.
the upside. And then we also
Here.
have the gap fill on SPX that I'll be watching.
Basically right there.
This is the whole gap that I'll be looking for us to break. But ES is trying to reject right now. So Yeah, nothing screaming out at me yet.
Boy, the 1
Very
and 3
much.
minute on the NQ is a mess.
Yeah, yeah.
5 minute actually looks fairly clean. Again, I want to say this 565 level could. Now, again, guys, I that's an area I might look for a short or maybe a little below. But again, I really worry about them having a day of head fakes. That doesn't mean we don't get movement, but again, they head faked hard above 600 here. They were doing what they've done a few times, right? Swipe an area and immediately it looked like we were immediately going to negate this candle, which we've done a lot in the past couple of sessions. And then instead they brought it right back down. So I wonder if there's some longs trapped in this
Still gotta
area
wait
here,
5 more minutes to
that could propel us lower.
see what our range is.
I'm either watching ES for a long or NASDAQ for a short, and that's something where typically I don't like to do. And just considering the price action right now, NASDAQ looks very bearish. So I'll be watching this 65 level here for shorts because ES could get the selling pressure come in as well. Let's see.
Dumb beat. So ideally for me, guys, I would like to see a break
Maybe
test
looks
and
like
go
it
at
could
that
be
60 level. So we break it, maybe swipe down to 50 and then head back up
Gonna
to
go
60.
back
That
up.
could be an area I look
Maybe.
Aaron, it's not about seeing longs or shorts trapped per se, and I know there's indicators and there's people that claim to be able to do that, and you know maybe you can, but for me it's just the price action, right? Because you know I can tell Miriam said it, and I was thinking it as well. A push over, you know, back over 600 might be looking at a long in that area. Now neither one of us took the trade because you know we wait things out a little bit, but imagine all the people that were less disciplined than us, right? And I'm not saying, you know, I mean, institutions drive the price action, but, you know, a few thousand retail traders trading a few thousand minis isn't going to move them, you know, the market 20, 30 handles, but it can certainly add to a move that's already in place.
Baby.
All right, so there's the break of the 560.
Nope.
So again, that's really just a theory, a hypothesis on my part. But
we're going to go all the way back
I've been
up.
watching these things for 12 years now, so.
Yeah, let's see.
See, look at what they just did there. They swiped the lows. Now, if they go back over 600, I can promise you there were some algos that got triggered down in this area here. So
Wow.
look at that. That's dirty right there.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, this is a hand off the mouse moment right now, guys. There's nothing here that has me excited. Now that the 5-minute chart is basically echoing the 1 and the 3-minute chart. I mean, again, if we want to put my chart up real quick here, Drew. So this is the 1-minute chart. So a lot of mess, a lot of candle wicks going in both directions. This is the 3-minute chart. This is even nastier here. And then we go to the 5-minute. Again, now we're throwing up competing wicks. So again, this is nothing for me right now. Oh, somebody said about, yeah, gold is rallying up. Wonder if the indexes follow. Somebody brought up the Grand Cup leaderboard. Let me refresh that.
What is going on?
Okay, we do have a
Everybody.
couple of small changes here. It looks like Havami made a net positive trade. Yeah, we're rooting for everybody, and you know, hopefully we get to interview the winners, whoever they end up being. But Canmy we had on, so we'll definitely be rooting for him. I'll be honest, though, Miriam, like if I was him just kind of sitting, I mean, listen, do you want the #1 spot? Of course. But boy, seeing how many people have blown out, you take a $3,000 loss, and now all of a sudden you're out of, you know, what could be life-changing money for you.
Yeah.
I would be cautious today.
Yeah. I mean, there's a
See
lot
that
of
line right
it's
there?
kind of like playing chess, right? Like there's
See what happens.
you have to be mindful of your own positions and your sizing, and you know, kind of when to go hard in this, but also looking at what everyone else is doing. So you know, if someone else is, I think one of our traders that came on put it really well. They're like, the difference between the, you know, bottom one, or like the difference between 100 people, right, in the Grand Cup is the difference between, like, you know, a couple $100s or something like that. I don't know exactly what he said, but he made it, you know, he's like, I'm going to take the risk to make $100 so I can move up like 10 points or, you know, something like that. So, you know, it's just really looking at what your opponents are doing, where they're currently sitting at, and then going from there. I'm actually starting to like this short on NQ, especially that we are rejecting. I don't like the bounce that we got at the 656 area, 660. So I want to see a clear of that. Ideally, previous day low would come into play as well. But I don't know. ES right now is just not giving up the highs. So let's see if NASDAQ can get the push down. There it is. Wow.
Oh, they just swiped.
Holy shit. Okay.
I think they just ran some stops there. That's a
All
big,
right.
big swipe there, guys.
I'm in those shorts. I'm gonna try these. ES needs to get down below this opening range low. My stop is gonna be at 92 on NASDAQ. I could try to hold it here.
So you have your stop basically just above BPOP there.
Yeah. See if I can share
Go
my screen
down.
for you
Get
guys.
us into more positive here.
Cooperate or not.
Definitely do or die. This candle. Oh, we have our opening range.
Drew, if you don't mind switching over.
That is our
to
opening
map
range.
Screen.
What are we supposed to be trading?
Quickly.
Which one's 28?
Now, did you have a limit order set there, or did the swipe just cause you to want to get in?
I did have a limit. Yeah, I had a limit.
Order
so
submitted.
There we
let's
go, getting that next leg
share it.
down.
All right, can you guys see my
512
chart?
is the target.
I'm gonna move my stop to
61. So we're looking about
I
100
just moved my chart, Drew. I don't know if
ish
you guys
is a
can see it.
target
Oh, sorry.
in our trade
I'm
here.
like trying to share the other screen at the same time. All right, I'm gonna move my stop to break even here. I'm gonna take off 3 just because we're coming into that previous day low. So I don't want us to pop up right here.
We were supposed to also be trading
All right.
the other one, this one, but it's
stop's
okay.
break even here. I want to target this 495 level.
509 is the +1 or -1 standard dev band, or the line. The band goes from 15 down to 500.
There we go. And the selling coming in here. ES coming right into VWAP as well. I'm gonna see to scale one out if and when ES gets down to VWAP. NASDAQ could still get the selling pressure. I have my stop set about 20 points in profit, so let's see. I want to see ES get the move down, and then I'll take one off here on NQ.
Target filled.
We have some buyers sitting at 510. Nice. Take one off here. Took one off at 510. Stop is set to 41. I took one off right as ES was coming into VWAP. I just have one runner left. Nice. Next target down is this 495. I'm going to hold on to my runner. Just to
Yes, we
wow,
just hit
ES
target
getting
right
a
there,
really nice
baby.
selling coming in.
103.
Buying zone
Let's
right now,
go.
ES as well.
That is
We
on
could
one of
try
the
to hold
accounts
it.
we're trying to
NASDAQ's
pass
really
here.
moving nicely. To move my stop, I start trailing very, very tightly here.
Get out of this
Moving
trade
my
right
stop to
here. If it
506.
punches up above
This
what
is
it
the
just
next
did,
target
which is
down.
likely
I'm
to do,
watching this
because we've got
472.
orders right here.
472 is that next area,
We
guys. It's the
have
same area
the
that I was
other
looking for. I'm
one.
gonna close this. I'm closing.
This we have like
Wow.
targeted
All right,
way
nice
low.
trade. It's a hell of a trade to start the morning. What's your total P&L on that one?
Oh man, let me see. That was a clean trade.
You know what?
What was that?
If we would have, which would be fine
4,600
if
on
we,
that.
Very nice.
since
That
we
is-
did
that's
it.
how you start a Thursday.
But what I was
Gold is
talking to
set now.
Handy
Still
about
going.
Yeah.
yesterday,
Decent down.
That is nice. That is a nice push down. This is that 475 level that I'm watching here on NASDAQ, guys. This was the area. This is why I got
Man,
out.
it's
'Cause I was
still
watching
going.
this 475.
We're watching what's going on right there.
I might actually re-enter here. We'll see. I want to see this next.
We might flatten.
1 minute candle open up. I'm watching this level. We're in a demand zone as well on ES, so that's why I got out. There is a wick to
All right,
fill
now
on
this
the
is full
NASDAQ.
target.
A wick to fill. All right, I'm in these shorts again. This is going. This is going. Back in these shorts.
Andy,
at
if we did what
470, my
we
entry
told,
was 470.
what we talked about,
I'm short gold as well.
I'm
here.
done. Boom. Ooh,
Playing for a
let's
move
go.
up here, guys.
I'm playing with profits on this, guys. So my stop is going to be 485.
That would be almost a past account right there.
490.
Almost a past.
A clean play.
All right,
That was such
let's
a
get
clean
some
play.
P&L profits
We're
on
trying
here.
to hold this level right now.
We
so
did
they could- if they bounce it
163.9
here, this
last
could be actually a
night
good long.
on a so we brought this one almost back
I want to see this
last night, and if we would have traded that, boom, we would have got that one completely into profits. But it's okay,
This is what I got.
it doesn't matter, because we're gonna trust the process. I'm gonna hear Handy's
So we'll see.
voice in my
If we try to
head
hold it here, this might be a good long.
to trust the
but
process.
I want to see the wick
I
fill.
promised him if
on
we
the
ever
NASDAQ.
hit 100
This is a 1 hour
subs
wick fill.
trading,
Oh yeah. All right. They're holding it.
we're gonna pay for his first account,
Might consider a long if this flips bullish.
get him to start trading.
All right. Yeah. They're really holding this one.
That would be awesome.
So this is what I was looking at here.
Okay, so see, if we didn't
900 on
get a little
play.
crazy, this would have been nullified.
Above like 500.
right?
If not, it can continue rejecting.
We took full profits on.
But this was the wick. This is the wick that I'm
We
looking at.
we
right
took
now.
rotational
1 hour wick
profits on that one.
Still like it.
We took rotational profits on 28, which is this one right here.
Still looks weak. Still looks
One
very
more.
weak.
Yep.
I like the rejection we got at the 9 EMA. All right.
That feels so
I'm
good.
back in these shorts. Sellers are still there. I want to see 450 clear. 450 has some buyers sitting there on NASDAQ on Bookmaps. All right. There we go. 450 is clearing here. Very nice. I'm going to move my stop to break even on this one because I don't want to get wicked out of it. Let's see.
Should figure out what's going on right here.
435. And then
I think that is the
430.
orb low.
I'm going to take 3 off. All right. I took 3 off there. Keeping my stop to just below break even. There we go. Okay. Yes, actually in a really specific spot right here at 45.
But we did say 300 to 200. 25 300 to 25 200 is where I think it's going to go overall. I didn't say it was going to be all in a day.
Yes,
I
we
actually
see
thought we
45
might
ladders,
not be
literally
able to do it in a day.
On ES
But,
until 68, 40,
you know.
35 level. NASDAQ could keep selling. We could keep filling this wick. This is the wick that I'm looking at, guys. This wick right here.
Rotating
But
off.
I'm
This is
my
actually not a
ultimate
really
target is
good
382.
trade, if I'm being honest
See if we
here.
can get there.
We're already at the
If some
bottom.
buyers sitting at that 430
We're
level, I
at
wanna
a really
see
good low.
if we can clear that area. If this 430 level clears, we have room down to 422. So I'm gonna start trailing. Yeah, see that
Oh,
430
oh,
area. needs
we're
to
gonna
clear.
get hit.
Sellers are relentless today.
Yeah,
Dang.
they've really taken over. They've just completely taken over.
Oh, swiping it. Still have my stop sitting at 60.
It's probably gonna
Good job
grab
over here. That 420 was like
the volume right here.
the ultimate target for me. I would have taken one off there. All right, I got stopped out of that play. I was really going for that 830 or that 380. Are you still in your shorts?
Yeah, but I'm very close to getting stopped out on GC. I'm not letting this get too far above the +1 standard dev band. As long as it stays below that, I feel good about the trade.
We're gonna do it.
But I'm
Try to
only
do it,
playing for a
guys.
move down to VWAP, so I can't give it too
All
much
the
room
way
overhead.
to here.
This is actually still looking very clean. Every move that we get to the 9 EMA on NASDAQ continues to reject. So I might re-enter this, guys. I'm just looking. Or you know what I might wait for? I think I might wait for if we do get down to this pre-market low level.
If it breaks underneath.
383.
Oh, okay.
Wow, selling
But if it breaks
stocks
underneath,
here. It's crazy. I'm gonna look for a bounce at this.
I put it
level.
too-
This
I
was,
put it too
really,
close.
Like, my biggest target.
if it breaks underneath here significantly, it's going down to that 300. Oh, oh,
Are you? You're
Oh,
still
come
in your
on.
short?
Still
can we
in. It's hanging in there.
it's scary.
switch to
It's
your
scary.
screen?
It could happen.
Wow, this is actually crazy.
That was a. Oh, it's going to. Oh, oh,
Wow.
we whisked out. It's
No
okay.
one in the shorts is like insane.
But you know that was
I have to
a.
wait
It's a
now. I'm not
dangerous
gonna
area
enter.
to be
I'm
honest.
not gonna
And it
re-enter this. I have to wait.
didn't break underneath very much. It could come swinging back up as you've seen, but
Wow.
we're not trying to.
Approaching
it
here
out.
this previous pre-market low on
So
NQ. I want to see what
So-
we do in this area. I will be looking for a bounce play.
if we would have left that other second one, we would be up
If
400
you're still
bucks.
in
That
a
would be
short on
crazy, right?
ES or
In a day?
NASDAQ, still looks really good.
On a micro.
Crazy.
I mean, overall today we've across all the
These
accounts.
bookmap sellers are
Just this morning. Okay, just this morning.
insane today.
We're at 455.
Map does their codes
456.
different. I was trying to pull up
Oh, wait,
the gold.
455.
I know. I cannot get it up either.
458.
I haven't looked
Four
into it too much though to see
21.
like what it actually is, but
4.
we're
22.
holding that 840 level on ES. Like it might
39.
actually try to
422,
bounce there, so be
39 is what we
careful.
got.
If you're in a short on ES, I would
Across all the accounts.
I would
but
either be only
The biggest
runners at
win
this
is the
point or,
203. This one.
completely remove your position.
We got 155.92 here on
407,
that's
400
this
on
is the
NQ
scalp one
have
though
some buyers
over here
on book maps,
the back.
but
This one
unless
is
this
a
flushed down to this
count
830 or
that
380,
we
830,
bought early on
380.
in this, and now we're starting to trade it more.
Okay.
We gotta have to make a video
Oh,
of the platform soon. Probably work on it.
Hell of a first 30.
man, for real.
Shoot,
Was that in your personal
should have
account?
worked on it this
Yeah.
week. We'll probably work on it next week. I think it's a pretty good
Kinda wish I
platform.
Took that on a funded though.
Some things I would like to change about it,
07.
but you know,
Tapped
everything
into
does.
407 here. It's
Oh,
definitely
oh, is
flushed
it?
down. Sellers are
Oh,
still
it is
really
breaking
active.
underneath. I'm not jumping in anymore. I'm not
Just ES
FOMOing.
holding
You know
that
what I mean?
840, I'm
We're not doing it.
Wow.
We almost did it here,
We're getting.
and
Jeez.
it's probably going where I thought it was gonna go, in that
Every,
range.
like, pop
But we're
up,
not.
I think
We're
they're
not gonna
bounce
do it.
and just sellers just continue to.
It's
stuff
okay.
in. 400 here is going to be key. Let's see if they can clear
We're
that
not
level. If they
gonna-
can clear 400, I think we have a good shot to that 380.
$100 more, and it'd be around where the range where I think it's gonna bounce before it
Right.
bounces to the upside, which means might be it right here. This is a nice double bottom.
Gold's still looking good for
think
that short. Looks like.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
potential
it's just
for
hanging
what
around
I
there. It's not
am
running
thinking
away
now.
from me, but it's not running in my direction.
Got to the
either, so
300 to
it's
200,
gonna be what's
which
gonna
is
be.
it's just not even that much further, right? We're looking at right here, and the
Yeah,
reason
just
why.
been flushing
Oh wait,
out. This is actually nuts.
Here we go.
Wow.
And we're gonna bust this out to the hour, right? And the reason why I picked those
Penny and
numbers
candle
is because
just
we got
opened
support
as
right here.
well. Sellers are still present. Let's see.
This
I'm
is
watching
looks
the
ugly.
380 area. If we get down,
I mean,
more
shoot,
aggression,
we can come all the way down
might
to
go for long
25
unless they
now.
just
But
pump it
this
up
is
here.
why I
That works
picked
too.
300 and 200. Look at this range
Oh,
right
Lord
here.
have mercy.
The buyers step in every few seconds and they get swatted. And
Right
swatted
here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
to
I don't
here.
know. I don't know.
That's a nice little
We have a
range right
demand
here,
zone on the
right?
NASDAQ sitting at the 360s.
This looks really ugly. It's really hard to hear. That
So we
looks
might
way
try to
better. They're not
consolidate
going to
it.
show the
ES
volume
also
there.
built a really nice floor around the
Yeah, down to
80
right in here. Look at that. Boom,
835 level.
boom. Like that's a
So
good
They're gonna pump it up. It's probably gonna be premature
spot.
on Nasdaq here.
But you see this
I just
line
wanna
right
see a
here.
swipe down at that level, pick up some.
Man, this is
buyers, and
ugly.
then reverse
Here,
it.
let me find a better
Open and reverse it.
screen for you.
Um,
There we go. This is the one we wanted to show you. See this? See this nice little range right here? Bam, bam. This is the actual NASDAQ, not the micros. So here, but we are hitting this range.
There we go.
US
Now we
could
gotta go
flip
in my
here.
direction.
So 200 right here, right
yeah, yes.
to 300, which is about right here.
Nasdaq's trying to catch a bid.
And actually, I probably got that wrong. So
Not
we're
quite
about the
officially
range we're
breaking
at
even on
are
this
now,
trade, but
400
I'm feeling
to
I'm not gonna be letting it
200-ish.
buy. We are making lower low each candle. Not a fan
there's
of
a
the last 30
possibility we can
seconds
drop all the way
spike
down
lower
into
and
this
immediately
area,
bought
or
up,
even break down to this huge support and maybe even break through. It's a very big possibility.
Nas is still
If we take
rejecting
this
its
out to
9
the
EMA
week,
on
right?
1 minute.
Let's go to the month view. This is something that
If we start making our way
people
back above like 440,
don't understand. You take a look here.
try along. I'm gonna size down on this one though, because I don't
We're gonna
want
take the week view here. I'm gonna drop this back
too much
over
of
here.
this.
What I'm gonna just do is churn this stuff off so you can actually see it better. On the 1 week view. Okay. Let's go for the 1 month.
All right, I'm gonna try it
Okay, 1 week.
long here on the
Might look
Nasdaq.
better.
My stop's gonna be that low 388, so I'm risking.
There's a
about 30
potential
points
that
on
we
this
can have a
bam in 2
1
minis.
week, 2 week, 3 week,
2
4
minis
week,
is
5 week, 6 week. This was back in
Hey, entries at 420. Let's go, baby.
February of this year to March.
I wanna see,
February
473,
18th
and then I'll start trailing here. We're about 20
all the
points.
way to
Well,
April
a little over
the
20
7th,
points in profit
March
on this.
31st. Like this is a huge, just
what? I'm gonna
massive.
start
This is a
trailing here.
week
I'm at break
week
even on
red
this
day.
play.
So I mean there
We're
is a
about 30 points in
possibility
profit.
we retest this.
My real
If you
target
look
is
at
gonna be
boom, boom, boom,
68.
bam. Look at this. Boom, boom. 1, 2. So we have this 1. You know, we can
Yeah,
have
I'm
that.
long,
2,
Jesse.
3.
I'm
Well, we
taking
can
this one
have-
off,
this is
guys.
the
I'm
close.
throwing in the towel on this one at
This could
200
be the
now
high.
because
This could
it
be
has
the lower
failed to
high.
move. It's 3 consecutive candles.
And we
now
could
that
be
have been
rolling
bought
over
up.
right now. And we
So
can hit
we're gonna,
uh
it goes down as about a
the
250
W,
loss.
the
I
M
count
top,
that as
right?
break
This
even,
could be
but it
an
looks
M
like it
top.
wants to rally now.
Bam.
I really
Bam.
wish gold just did
Little
do
head and
exactly what
shoulders
the
right
fuck
there,
the
right?
indexes are doing now. Like that
Yeah,
really
literally.
irritates me.
And we can truck along in this
Usually
range,
they're
and then we can just shoot all the way down. This is a
We
level
go
right
over that
here.
very
You know what I
standard.
mean? Look at this level. That is a very big possibility. It's a possibility that we come down, you know,
My
here.
stop's at 433.
like,
so
this
about,
is
um,
A 3
13
week
points in
drop
profit.
right
I'm
there. Look
shooting
at this
for
is
the
a 4 week
68 on
drop
NQ
right
for my
there.
first
That kind of
target. And then
hung
my
out,
second target,
boom.
I'll just trail my runner.
Are they building? This is all time high. This was in October.
I don't know if we'll get up there.
So, I mean, these things aren't out of the question. I mean, look at that.
Resistance here.
What does that even look like?
ES also.
That's
has
all
to
I'm
come into
saying.
a resistance point.
And it could be a
Potential resistance
war,
point. I'll hold it.
something crazy.
Move my
You
stop to
know,
the bottom
there's
of that
always
wick. So
there's
439
always
is my new stop.
something, right? The market dropped because of this. No, it drops because this
Really
is the way
consolidating here.
it
Not
happens.
really.
That's why it dropped. We're gonna go on the hour real quick. We're gonna turn all this stuff off so it
I think it
doesn't
can
look
make it.
all
It just
kinds of
needs a leg up
crazy,
here.
right?
You're rats.
We're gonna leave that on.
Okay,
We
there
just
we
have
go.
the volume
All right, now I'm just gonna trail my stop.
session.
Took one off there at the 68.
That's that
75
line.
is the real target.
Here
I
we
should have
go.
kept it there. That's actually where we could come into some resistance.
No, it does it all the time.
Clear 78. I'm gonna start trailing. Next target up after that would be 95.
Right.
Or the top of this wick here at 502. All right, trailing here.
Okay.
My stop sitting
As
at
you've
30
seen.
points in profit.
Yeah, let's just maybe we can zoom into this spot. I don't know.
Really, it'd be great to
Drop a
target
15.
this 550. Get about 130 points.
You know what I
on
mean?
this
That
thing.
happens all the time.
ES right into VWAP.
Look at
right
these
now.
little
Hopefully we can
bam.
Clear.
Oh,
Buyers have
little
the
drop.
juice.
Oh, bam.
They
You know what I
have
mean?
An opportunity to really.
Oh,
do this.
bam.
Otherwise, this is where I would expect a rejection.
Right.
Literally right here is where I would
On the
expect a
small
rejection.
time
If
frame.
buyers are serious, they're gonna pump this up.
Bust it
It's
down.
very likely that we get past this 503.
Here we go. Just does it.
528 is previously
You know what I mean?
So around right here. I'm gonna
Look
wait
at-
for this candle to close and then I will start trading.
Ooh. So if you notice this trend, you know, are we on a downtrend? Dude, we might be on a downtrend.
There we go.
We,
Trailing.
that might have been the top,
65, my
like the
original,
top.
Exit.
We have to
that I
see
had
what
on
happens over
personally.
the rest of
Now
this
I
week,
am
like
essentially
and
gonna
next
be
week.
leaving it at
I
that
mean,
point that I want to see.
next week could be the
503
week.
clear here. Again,
I don't-
another
I don't
area of
know.
potential rejection we could come into in this level.
Like
which
if we
is why
don't
I'm
make
still gonna be
another
trailing, 'cause if bulls,
high,
like I said, if bulls really got it, they can move this.
Key, please don't spam the chat with the same question again and again when we're trading.
you know what I
We'll
mean?
get to all the questions and everything. And Miriam's broken down what she looks for many, many times on this
If
show.
we don't
so
make
gotta be
another
here every day,
high-
guys.
Yes, really getting the
Bro,
big
that's the-
bullish move right now. All right, 502 cleared. Next level up is 528. I'm gonna start trailing here. 482 is my next stop.
Bro.
About 50 points in profit here. Let's see if we can target VWAP. Why not? All right.
I
bulls,
gotta start
502.
marking up charts, dude.
Fucking go. Let's go.
I really have to start marking
we
up
go.
charts, like for reals,
I'm trailing really tightly now. 504 is my new stop.
for real.
See if we can target here. I'm looking at 547.
It's a huge fair value gap. Fair value gap.
Either it stops me out in.
That is a
What is that?
huge
I can't math right now.
support
My
zone.
brain is not
Fair
working. Is that
value.
80
Nobody
points? 80 points
trades
in
that
profit?
crap.
This is one
Anyways,
mini, guys. I wish I would have.
that is a range.
Yeah, where's the 10 contracts? Come
That
on.
is a
one time I was like, I'm
range.
gonna size down.
Well, you're protecting all your profits.
No, I know.
Here to here. Well, I
I'm
think
trying
we
to
would
set a
call
good
it here to
example.
here. I like here to
That was
here,
by
like
myself. I'm not gonna
boom
lie, I probably
to
would've
boom.
folded.
I like that or this.
I'm
This is
setting
a
good
pretty
example. I'm setting a
big
good
support
example.
zone
All right,
area.
I like this move.
can
that
see
we're
we
getting
dropped
to
into it.
target the 44.
You can see
Clear,
there's some
area of
areas
rejection,
right
though.
here.
This would be an area of rejection here on.
That is
the
it though. Look at that. Look at
overall
that
charts,
line, dude.
But we'll
What?
see.
What? That's crazy. What are we
Move
even
my stop to
doing?
508. This is where they would reject it. This is literally.
You know, I tried to hit those
There's
the
some
mini
buyers
instead of the
actually selling
micro
for
on this
520,
account
so I do like
yesterday, and
that.
we got burnt up.
See if we get my target. Yeah, her ES is
So we didn't do
really,
it
really
this time,
strong.
but it would have been nice.
That freaking
You know, to be
35
fair-
level 40 area was just crazy. I
I minied this one, and this is what we ended up with overall.
Can you just
If I would have minied this, like we
exit
took
here? That'd be awesome.
a pretty hefty loss here, right? That's
Oh, you
Four,
rats.
that's almost 5 grand.
Wow, they got
Okay, so
real close.
700,
Rats, look at that. Oh my
800.
god, can I zoom into this?
and
Wow.
1600.
Look at that.
That's
is
a live
dirty.
account, so they're not like that's.
We would have
they're
got
not
3
playing
grand
with
of that back.
No,
Wow.
they're 542.75.
Would've lost.
That's actually hilarious.
Some of that, so 2700,
Oh, market makers.
2600.
Mario, is that you?
Then we would have
Mario
got
made-
this
made a
back,
phone call.
so that would have been
Oh, that's funny. That's actually really
4
funny.
grand back. And then we would be back to 7. We would
Still see that
be
520
back
level
to
as a
where we
support.
started at if we would have trusted the process. We can't.
Either
Actually,
stop me
we
out
couldn't.
40 points or
I'll tell you why.
push it up. We'll see.
Because we have a
Oh, wait, yes,
7,000.
actually could reject here. Ah, you rats. They're edging me today, guys.
Boy, and yeah, they're just gonna trap you between your
Literally,
profit stop
yeah.
and your, I mean, you don't have a stop loss.
Let's
it's
just not
profit
do
stop.
anything right here. Hit it. Do it.
Do it now.
I wish I. It's fine.
I think it's gonna go tab bebop, so I think you're good.
They're really edging me. They're really edging me.
But we're pretty much done trading.
This is why I'm a scalp trader, because I have no patience for this
I mean,
shit.
we got 20 minutes before we got to head out to work. I mean, we can look at all the other stuff that we need to be trading.
And I'm not
if you
moving it.
want.
I'm not touching it.
No, okay, all right. I think you're about to get it.
Drop
Yay!
down
There
here.
you go. Boom. All right, another great fucking trade. That is outstanding. All right, guys, so we're going to bring on our guest now. We have Chris, who's going to be joining us, who made it through to the live finals of the Grand Cup. So let's go ahead and bring him on. Chris. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Chris.
Just give me a... Hello?
Hi,
Good morning,
Chris.
good morning. Can you see me?
USD CAD.
Hello, hello. Hello, guys.
It's probably the thing that we
Here, I can...
struggle with the most here is, and we've,
Oh,
And he's
Well,
gone.
he's gone.
I did well in crypto, and now I'm not doing well in crypto anymore. I'm not doing well
he?
in futures,
gone?
not
Yeah.
doing well in Forex.
He's gone.
Yeah,
Our
he's gone.
mind
We'll
is
try to bring
just
him back.
wild now. You know what I mean? We're
Oh,
just
boy.
not making
Fun
it
times.
happen. And we need to make this happen. You know, we gotta
All
stop
right, so what's the total P&L?
being weird
Total
with
P&L.
our trades. This is a 1 minute. Let's look at JPY. Let's start
That
doing
is a
some
great
good
fucking one.
analysis on this
Outstanding.
stuff,
Who
right?
caught some of those trades?
Actually, I think I did take a trade.
No, they're catching it both ways. Look at this recovery on
Yeah, that's
futures.
impressive.
This is insane. We didn't quite tap into that 83 level that I was looking for. But the moment I started seeing that ES was holding a very key area, NASDAQ was starting to show some signs of reversal. I went ahead and entered that long with a stop at that low. So really, my entry was 420, and I was risking about 25, I think 30, what is it? What's the math on that? I think I was risking 89. 89 was my stop. So I was risking about 21 points on that play. Or no, 31 points on that play. But we made 144 points, so that's always fun. I think we have Chris back. Let's see if we can get him back on. All right, I hear him in the background. Let's see if we'll...
Cool. Can you see me,
There
guys?
you are. Okay, hi Chris.
Yeah. All right. Hello. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice
Cool, I
to
was
meet you.
following your trade here.
Yeah,
Nice
we were
trade,
just
for you.
exiting a trade there, but how are you? I mean, wow, we got one of our Grand Cup finalists on here. I know, you know, you're no longer in the
Yes,
race, but
May.
you made it very, very far. So tell us, you know, who you are, who Chris is, your trading journey, and what got you interested in joining the Grand Cup.
Yeah, you know, yeah. Thank you for the nice words, kind words from you. You know, my name is Chris. I'm originally from Latvia but I'm living in Norway, and I got it into trading like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago or something. started with the option trading, and then you know, I didn't understand nothing of it.
Okay,
And then I
so
somehow started
we
with
went out on the
futures,
day on the
you know, I saw these
JPY.
firms back then was Apex and Topstep. I was trading with those kind of firms, you know, when I started first, and then you know,
The day
I
chart.
just
So what do we think?
went with the flow.
Do we think?
And I really liked it, really enjoy it, even though it's kind of struggle, you know, it's not easy to break through. I guess you can relate that, guys.
I mean, we
That's
could
great.
still
That's great.
be.
Yeah. So you do you primarily or were you primarily trading?
You know what? This is
NASDAQ
how we probably got to
US
do it.
or
If we make
other
a
indices?
low, right, and a lower.
Yes, exactly. ES, primarily ES, and Nasdaq as well. So I use kind of the same strategies for both, you know. But Nasdaq is, you know, it's big movements, very volatile, and I prefer ES.
Okay, so you
So
prefer
yeah.
ES, and that was what you were primarily
Mm.
trading during the Grand Cup then.
Yeah, exactly. I took some few trades when I was trading Nasdaq as well, but yeah, just almost like 95% of that was ES. I'm like focusing on ES. But when it's London session, you know, in London session, I like to trade the more NQ because it's, you know, more kind of forgiven and of course.
Okay.
riskier as
So
well.
then, like,
But
I
in
think
London, I prefer
on the next
Nasdaq.
high, right? It's got to
Nasdaq.
go.
NQ.
That's awesome. Okay.
Trading that one.
Obviously, this is a resistance
nice.
zone, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's-
So how is
So
it,
it's likely
how is
that it could bounce
how
here
is the feeling
or
of
drop down
being
to
one
this
of the
next zone.
finalists? Have you ever entered a competition like this?
So
No,
as soon as we get
So it
under
was the
here,
first
then
time.
and
was
it
really
doesn't
nice,
fails to make
good feeling, you know, it
break
was
above,
2 weeks of
then
me
we
was
could be
like
in the down
brilliant.
market for a while.
I
But
mean,
like, you don't want to
just
miss
went in
everything,
kind of my
so
way
that it
and,
just becomes
you know,
crazy.
the way I wanted to, and the way I was seeing and feeling the markets very clear.
Now we could be in
Yeah,
this zone, as we
but
see here as
unfortunately,
an
when
example where it came up,
500 stage
it came down,
I kinda, you know, something happened
dropped
that
in there,
particular day, and I kind of blowed it up.
and then just broke above, right?
I need to work on, you know, my psychology and.
So there's that possibility. We haven't
What
broken
do you feel like
underneath.
has been like one of
but
the biggest things
We all
that you
just
learned?
ruined.
I'm gonna
Oh, sorry. I
target
didn't- It's kind of delayed, I think.
54,
No, no.
154.507.
Yeah, I think it's a bit delayed.
You know what I mean? And then
So yeah, what was your question?
The question was,
This is
what's one of the biggest things that you've learned, like psychologically, trading?
as
during
you can
this time?
see, it's already back up to the where the opening range bottom was. Down over here, real
Yeah,
quick. You see that?
You know, I
It's
kind of
crazy.
knew that from before, but it's
So
really
yeah, I think if
difficult to
here's
execute
we can draw out
because
some
it's
support
holding my trades,
boxes.
for longer. You know,
Know what I mean?
That's the.
We want to draw those out. I don't like
mental
drawing those out, but we
battle,
probably
you know,
should.
with yourself. So yeah, you
This is our
kinda,
crazy
you know,
orb.
you have to just practice that by
There's so many orb
doing
stuff
that, learning
going
by
on.
doing,
So
you know?
that's a good
and this is how I'm like building it up.
area of
But
on the day.
you know,
This
and
is a good
sometimes
area
when it goes opposite, I'm kind
that
of
I could drop back
you know
into.
not hoping really, but like
This
you
is
know,
another area. Like you
like,
just
let's say,
see these
hoping
zones,
for the,
right?
returns
That
back
is
and gonna
likely
go
to
in my
break through
direction,
if it's
and it
going
doesn't
to.
happen like
Now
that, then
this
I'm
could
like,
bounce right
blowing
here.
that, particular account,
As you can
or,
see, it could
account.
bounce right
This
here
is
and
the
then
same
travel
time
back
issue
up.
for me as well. I have getting
And
better at
it's
it,
quite likely.
but it's
So if
the
I
same
was to
time
take a
an issue for me
trade
as well.
and I'm
So,
like, oh, we're
yeah,
gonna
it's
go
like
from
a-
here to
it's
here,
like a
it
diamond,
could
you know,
literally
and,
come back up to this at least
Yeah,
right here,
Absolutely.
maybe
What do you
higher,
feel like
and it could
was
just travel
your
back up.
strategy going into the
You know
Grand
what I
Cup? I
mean?
mean, were you watching the leaderboard to see
Like
what others
maybe
were doing? Were you
or
sizing up
JPY,
important
it might be
strategies?
in
Feel a
our
little bit
best
of pressure, or
interest
were
to
you just
say
kind of
like,
trying to stay in
hey, if
your
it
own
breaks
lane and
underneath
do
here
your own work?
anymore, boom, that's a good possible trade to break down into
yeah,
this area.
Great question.
And
You
I'd
know,
probably target
as a person, I'm very competitive.
probably
Really
right
competitive.
in
So
this
of course I was following,
area
you know,
there,
and
you
especially
know,
when you do well,
maybe
it's like
closer to the top here,
human beings,
maybe
we are
down
like
right
that.
in here.
When we do well, we wanna
You know what I mean? Take a stop up here. Bam, where everybody else puts their stops so we can get wicked out.
And pressure on
You know what I
myself,
mean?
so I'm I'm like,
So
okay,
now that we got
no
our
more
areas
silver
of
person, but I have to
obvious
to-
resistance
to,
right here. Look at this. We came down,
to, you know,
stop here. Like it wicked in here and it stopped and it closed here. We had so many things. Wick down, stop here. That's five, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles that bounced right here. This one actually closed right here. This one wicked up above, down right there. This is, you know, didn't really go anywhere. As you can see, it didn't even wick anymore. That's a sign, right? And then we have the up. Now that this is coming back and dropped right into this zone, you know where we're gonna have to we're gonna have to horizontal line that. That is something we can't ignore. So where we drop down into the next level of the hour, what's going on right here?
I was really happy, of course.
So now you can see the importance of how those
mean,
wicks
it
looked
sounds like
on the
you
day.
definitely
It-
But again, you know, I can.
Right, that's
There's
another
a delay,
area.
guys. I'm
So
sorry.
we're gonna see
Every time I think that
like
I
it
have a
came
chance to ask a
down.
question,
These
there's a
hit
delay. Go ahead,
beautifully, and then we broke
and
down
say what you wanted to
into
say.
it. So just because we broke the line doesn't really mean, as you could see, it kind of traveled. And
okay.
these are hours.
So,
These are
yeah,
hours.
and
That's
when I
1,
got here,
2,
the
3,
light on
4,
display,
5,
they
6,
didn't
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
I thought I
14.
was really
You
focused
know,
to
almost a
focus,
day. It hit the top now. Like, see, we dropped here, boom, and then we magically just hit a wall there, came back down, and then it was like, nah, bro. You know, broke above it. It struggled. As you can see, this is just an area that we are going to travel around. If we were to take a short right here, like you broke through, and we just trade that down, there's a possibility. And then we put like right here, right here. There's a possibility
yeah, that was not a good feeling.
that it's going to come up to here, to be honest.
All right, Matt, do you have any questions? I feel like I'm just kind of
Right,
taking
what
over
was
here.
that
No,
spot?
I think we basically covered all of it.
On
I
the
think,
hour, right
I
here,
think, Chris, it's been
55,
really, really nice to talk to
322.
you. I'm
55,
really curious to check
322.
back in
Where's
with you in
that
a month
at?
or two, maybe after the
55,
New Year, see how your trading's going.
322. So right
and,
here,
and
right
everything
above
from
this
there.
little
So
spot
thanks
right
very
here.
much for,
And that means we can
for
actually
being
come
with
up and
us,
hit the bottom of that.
Best of luck in all your
Look
trading.
at we
as you go
stopped
forward.
here. We started tapering out. Boom, look at this.
Thank
And
you,
then we
thank
came
you
down
guys.
and hit
It
that.
was,
Bam.
a pleasure,
Then
to
it
be here,
dropped.
and of course I'm gonna
We try to make it above here. It's not working.
go for it. You know,
Now
and
we
trade,
start to
more
expand
trading
down to
patterns.
get better
So cool.
resolution. What
So
are we
I'm
looking
getting
at?
myself
It did kind of
understood there.
pop in here.
And yes, again,
You know,
thank
you don't want to
thanks for
just
them
all
having
of a
me,
sudden
and
take
have a
that
good
trade. We got to
trading
see what
practice and
happens.
for you
We're
guys
still
too.
on uptrend. Now we're starting to break this line right here. But now that's a decent bounce, right?
Man, guys.
And
Well,
it can come up to this spot next.
Bye.
Then it can come
I
down,
think I
bounce
still hear in
here,
the background,
and
but
then go up to
it
the
was
next spot.
man, it's always so cool hearing.
So we gotta
like,
see
what
what's
the
gonna happen
plan
here
is,
before we
like,
just
how they
jump
got
into the
there, right?
trades.
I know we talked to a couple different
That's-
types of
that's-
people.
That's our
but
JPY take.
It's always so
This
cool.
is
It's always so
why
awesome
this
to-
makes
so.
trading forex on these prop accounts
Oh, absolutely.
a little rough for me.
Absolutely. So, Miriam,
because
so now
my
that we have
morning
just
trading
a
time
bit
isn't
of
that
chance
much.
To breathe a little bit, why don't you kind of take everyone through those
We
charts and
are
what you saw
almost
during the last half
the
hour or so?
top. We just
Yeah,
broke
guys,
through
give me
the
a chance
halfway
to go
point
over
of
some of the
602.75. Let's just put that there. 602.
A little under the weather today, so my
What?
brain is a little off.
75,
But
did we say?
okay, so I see a couple of questions in here. Let me just go back.
This is the middle zone of the opening range,
Okay.
right?
Kevin says apparently you should trade more often when you're not feeling well.
This
Yeah.
is the opening range right
The
there.
market gives us
Boom, we
moves
put
like
that
this,
right in the middle.
I'll feel a lot better. Let's just say that.
What did we say it was?
Let's see. Great trading. Izzy says great trading.
602.75.
Get it. Ah, thank you, Izzy. Let's see.
I think is what we have
Someone says,
that at.
Miriam, how important is bookmaps? to your strategy?"
602.75.
It's one of those things
We
that
are
I
literally
utilize pretty religiously.
Almost on the top half
I've
of the
gotten
opening
into,
15
you know,
minutes.
different
So
like
we
my
just
trading,
took
my
all of
trading
that stuff
is
back. You know how
heavy
many
on those
times that
support
actually
resistance,
happens, and we could
Bookmaps allows
probably
me to see
make some
where
money off of
possible
that?
buyers and sellers are
That's
sitting.
crazy.
And so it just gives me that extra level of
USD
confluence to be
CAD.
able
What's going on
to,
with the USD CAD? Let's
like
take a look here.
basically overlap
On the
with
day,
my levels as well.
the dollar must be
So when I tell
dropping.
you guys, like, I see
We
buyers
just
sitting here, I see
broke
sellers
a
sitting here,
key
I see
level
heavy
here.
selling coming in, heavy buying
That's
coming in.
when we
I'm
should have
watching
took this
Bookmaps,
on this
and so I
bounce
do use it pretty loosely.
yesterday.
I do feel kind of
Then
naked not using it. When I trade, there have been several
we are
times
now
when I've been
hitting a
traveling, for
pretty
example, and
decent
maybe the
support
connection is not
zone.
great because Bookmaps uses a lot of data.
Okay, we do have to trade these
But it's also
accounts.
something that
So
don't recommend like
gonna-
new beginners try to just jump into and try
we're
to
gonna
utilize
just
in
take
their
a sell.
trading right away. There is a learning curve to Bookmaps. Fortunately, they have a lot of good
protect our
like
loss.
education.
We're gonna take
So
a
if you go on the
$5.
Bookmap site and you look at their education section, they have a lot
Take
of
a
videos that you
$5.
can
That's
use to kind of
138
understand
pips.
it from
Seems like a
their
lot.
platform. But
So
I also have some indicators that I've added to
137,807.
Bookmaps, so it's not the cheapest.
That's
thing
actually
either.
not too
Like,
bad.
for me. I think I pay close to like 160, 180 a month.
Let me see. Let's go
So
back on
that's
the
not
day real
something
quick.
That is, like I said, if you're a new trader, you're just getting into this. Maybe you don't have a lot of capital to work with. I don't recommend using it. I also know that they have like a free YouTube, which I don't recommend this, but if you haven't bought Bookmaps yet, I would highly recommend you just like go on their YouTube channel and see
37358.
how it works and how it moves around. But yeah, I do utilize it a
Okay,
lot.
so not the best.
That's my thing. Let me just go back here.
Not the best. Not the worst though.
Someone says, sorry, can you walk through what it was that you were seeing on Bookmaps to not only catch the short, but the long as well? Such amazing trading. Would be
Not
much
the worst.
appreciated. Yeah, for sure. So like I said on Bookmaps, I
Okay.
saw a lot of, there wasn't a lot of action actually, like to see where the sellers and buyers were sitting. I just saw a lot of selling pressure come in. So the market pulse that I use, it's called market pulse, and it's basically an indicator that shows like where the selling is happening. I told you guys I was really looking for a particular area. The 70,
Wait a minute, did we take a
74
buy or a
area to
sell?
break. I did end up getting here on this push down. You guys can see there was literally no
It was a
drawdown
sell. Okay.
in this trade. This is a 3-minute. This is a 3-minute. So once we came down to this area, look at that. Like there's literally no wick on this candle.
Gotta watch
So
this trades.
I was very
Watch the
confident
trades, bro.
taking this trade because of how much selling volume was coming in. That's when
We just don't have
that's when I
time
ended
for
up,
this
like,
one.
taking off my position
Don't
close to
have
the
time.
73 area. That's where I was
This one.
expecting us to bounce. You can see a little bit of
I already forgot where we
tried to
said
bounce in
the
this
level
area,
is.
came up to the 500 level. We're not able to
JSPY.
clear. I did re-enter this. Unfortunately, I got
Looking at
stopped
way
out.
back
I
up here.
re-entered
Is that what
again,
we were looking
and then
at?
finally got the push down. But this level right here, I did see some buyers sitting here on Bookmaps around like 380. It was actually like 390 to 380. I did see some buyers sitting there. So I was telling you
Back in
guys, and I
this
said this
level,
multiple
you know?
times, I was like, I'm actually looking for us to get down in this area for a bounce. I didn't expect it to literally reverse this whole freaking move today, but I did end up getting in on this play because we were showing some buyers step in on Bookmaps in this area. So I entered a long with a stop at 390, so it was about 30 points of a stop, and we
We're
targeted
ahead
this
$7.50
area, so about 104
there. We are
which
down.
we're still pushing. I mean,
81
ES broke out its opening range high. I don't know what the
19
hell is
cents.
going on futures today, but
We're down.
it is a
almost
wild day. I want to know in the
100.
chat like who caught either
that's fun.
because this is the beauty behind futures, right? Like, I mean, not just futures and trading in general. Like you can literally catch the short and then flip long and catch the long. Like
in a trade.
what
for-
other industry can you make this kind of, potential, this sort of money in, right? Like this is actually insane to be able to trade like this and catch both sides. Even if you didn't catch both sides, you could have caught one side, right? So I think it's just so cool. I think this is such a cool field.
12-9.
To be in,
So was that
I hope you guys were able
yesterday?
to catch one of these.
Or what was 12-9,
12-9,
guys?
Let's see. You guys are making fake money.
Tuesday.
Oh,
So we traded that on
okay.
Tuesday. Gotta make sure we
I don't know what to
trade
tell
all
you,
of
but
these things. So
this is the funny thing
Tuesday-
is like, regardless if you're making real money or fake money or whatever it is, people are still going to have something to say. Listen,
47.
I understand there's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of people who are pretending to make money that they're not making. But when you guys literally see us in a trade, like, again, I'm not saying like this is right, but regardless if it's fake money or real money, we're still showing you the trade, right? So if we are trading well and we're showing you how the trade is actually working out, like that should speak
Over
something.
to trade
into
for
the fact that we know
FXE,
what the
which
fuck
is
we're doing.
doing pretty.
So it's like it's just always funny when
Interesting.
you're like, oh, you're trading.
Don't know what's gonna
Well,
happen.
so here's the thing.
I don't know how to trade.
When somebody makes a stupid comment, I always go back and guys, we can see every comment you've put in our channels. And like the gentleman that just got a timeout, all his comments were like swipes at me or honestly very creepy messages towards Celine in the evening. So he got a little timeout. He comes back, he's going to get ran. This gentleman is apparently pissed about something else going on at Tradovate, so he wants to take it out on us. And I get it, guys. You want us to be a punching bag? That's great. We can be a punching bag all the way to the bank. So in the meantime, you're going to get a little timeout. I'm not blocking anybody, but like, come on, guys. You know, don't like. I don't know, and like, guys, we're in meetings behind the scenes, and we can't share things that are said or like those. Like our support team really is good, and I can tell you that from working at other places.
I'm looking
well,
at Sol.
There's places I've worked that I'll be
Solana
honest, with, did
trade
not
real
give a
quick.
shit about support. This is not one of them.
We can't
That is
find
one of the
something.
things that is talked about most here. Nothing is perfect, of course, but honestly, guys, like everyone
I
that
guess I
got
could look
auto
right here.
banned for had accounts closed for hedging, just the rule hadn't it had only been manually enforced before. Now it's automatically enforced, and
That
people
just
are
looks
pissed. Like the rule's
crazy.
always been on the books, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sorry that like so you got tagged for something, but honestly, we don't do that. So don't come in here and swipe at us. Like, don't like. I know it's popular. It's like this is a social media driven world right now, where people take their frustrations and anger out on other people. That ain't it, guys. And with that attitude, you're never going to be a successful trader. I got news for you, because if you're not a successful trader, if you're a successful trader,
All right.
honestly, the one
Well, I
person
think that's it for the day,
responsible that
guys.
is you. And if you're an unsuccessful
tired.
trader, it's the same thing. And I think
successful.
and Miriam, you've been in this
successful
in
day,
this long
guys.
enough that
Successful day.
I appreciate
We're-
my
we're
right
pulling
arm,
some of
am I
these-
wrong on this?
These
And I
funds
think
back
the way again social media and what was the old Mike Tyson
over the
quote, it's
week.
like social media is
Over the
got
week.
people way too comfortable about saying things without getting punched in the mouth.
We are down
But
$19
honestly,
over
guys,
the
you know,
week.
we are in this what I like to call a deflection society now, right? Like anything that happens is not your fault, right? And we have a whole structure set up online and within political circles as well. It's like everything wrong in your life is this person or this group's fault, right? And in trading, it's so easy to blame
Something is
this
off.
person or that. Oh, it's this person selling a core, or I followed a trade with this person and it was a loss. No, guys, if you're a successful
I feel
trader,
like something
who
is
did that?
off in this.
Remember, so it was yesterday, I think, or a couple days ago. I and all you guys, it's great when Miriam can catch a trade. You guys can follow along. I catch a trade. You guys follow along. We all make some money. But if you made
What is
money in a
off?
trade, that's
What
you.
is off?
You did that. You pressed the buy and sell. Neither one of us is over your shoulders doing that. Now, if you used an idea we gave you, or you agree with it, and you ran with it, great. That's no different than another indicator or anything like that. But guys, it's
Something
not
is
the
off
market maker's
about
fault.
this.
It's not the it's if and I don't want to say it's your fault because that
Because
sounds
we
harsh.
are
Everybody struggles when
positive
they first start, right?
only
But honestly, guys,
1984.
it's the level of personal responsibility and personal accountability within your trading.
Did we get the number wrong yesterday?
If you can't handle that, you're never going to be successful.
Might have got the
And I think
number
that-
wrong
yeah,
yesterday.
Miss Jitsi, I
on
did.
our-
I made you go long, but yeah, no, and honestly, guys, especially this morning,
It's okay, though.
Miriam was
Anyways, we
doing
do gotta
some
go.
trades.
All the
were
loves. We
having some
did
good
have a successful
conversation.
day.
Chris came on, and I know his audio
which
was
is
a little
good.
weird, but he had some good. Like,
We're gonna have to trust the
everything's been good so far.
process.
Don't bring the negativity into it.
In Handy's words,
For real.
I like.
It's
I
really,
just gotta
like,
hear it
we
in
always
his
say this
voice.
too. We're always rooting for you
And,
guys, right? And it's
you
we're always
know,
rooting
just
for
a
each
little bit
other.
better
We
week.
say it all the time, Matt. Rooting for the retail trader.
Better day.
Absolutely.
This is
You know,
this
yesterday
is
was
one
a
of
little
the,
tough
like, hardest
emotionally.
ways
The last
to earn
week
easy
was a
money.
little tough
That's what I always
emotionally.
say
This
too.
week
Like,
started
it's
to get a little
really,
rough.
really such an
But I
unconventional
think
way of
we
making money,
are
but it also
going to do
like,
fine
it opens up so many
in our trading.
opportunities, right?
We
Because
just need to
if you
just
can learn how
not
to do
worry
this in a
about
way that is disciplined,
our
that
red
is patient,
days.
that is,
We're gonna have
true to yourself as well. Like
many red days in a
really
row. I
can
mean,
open up
last
the door
month
to being
was
able
good,
to scale
right?
that and make
Not
the
always
kind of
gonna
money
be
you
like
never
that.
thought you
You know what I
could make.
mean?
And
I mean, look
say
at that. That was
like,
the 2 red
I'm
day
not
in a
saying
row.
that to sound
So
all.
that could
no,
be that. And
gung-ho,
we can
like,
have
you can
3
do this,
days
you can make
red in a
millions
row.
of
We can
dollars.
have an
I mean,
entire week or
there's
2
some
weeks
people
or a
that don't
month
need
of
to
just
make, like, a massive amount of money.
roughness.
I'm
You
just
know,
saying,
it's
this
just
is an
that's just what
untapped
that happens, and that's the way
you
it
have a lot
is.
of uncapped potential from this, right?
So
This
we
is not
just
a
need to
normal 9 to
be
5 where,
mindful of that
you're making
and
like a set
just
amount
go
every
along
single
with
hour, and then you pretty
whatever
much
it
can't
is,
really go further from
and
there. Like this is literally one of those where you have unlimited
just
potential.
live life
So
the way it's supposed to be lived.
really your only biggest obstacle.
You know what I
is
mean?
going to
But
be
like
yourself.
for reals,
That's
we
all
gotta
it
stop
is.
worrying about
And
the
and it's
day.
a business in that
And we gotta
aspect too.
look at
So
the
you
bigger
have to
picture. That's why we
invest
have
in
this down here.
yourself in order
What's
to
the
be
bigger
able to
picture
make
here?
the kind of money. I
You
mean,
know, if we
for
lose
me,
control
even, like,
here,
I'm not sitting here saying like, oh,
you
I'm
know,
not making millions of dollars in this. I don't.
what happens?
I don't.
We
have
almost
to
brought
be,
this
right?
back
I
from
don't have to
yesterday.
make millions of
Actually,
dollars in
we
this
took
to be
a
successful
little
or
bit
to
more
be
trades than
happy
we
or
should
to,
have,
you know,
and we
unlock
would actually
opportunities
be
for myself.
ahead
Neither of us
by
do,
like
right? I know a
$4.
couple. I know many
Considering
people
this,
who
so then we would
learn trading
be
just to make a couple $100 a month,
Mhm.
right? That's
$24
life changing
for
for
the
them
week,
because now they're
you
able to
know,
get groceries,
instead
they're able
of
to pay for, whatever
uh,
hospital bills, get themselves out of debt, right? Like
third from the
whatever it
bottom.
is, like you don't need to
So
set
we're
like
up
this massive
$4
target
and
and say,
50
all right,
cents
in X amount of
for the
months,
week.
I'm gonna have to make it here. Like take it slow
We would be
because
up
you're gonna
8.
also
I
have
mean, but for
seasons
the
to
week,
this.
that's not
There's
bad.
going
Look
to
at
be
this.
there's
This
going to be seasons to this. You're
for the
gonna have
week.
maybe months
We're
or
actually
days
supposedly
or weeks or whatever
down
that you're not doing so great. That was me
only
in September
13.
and
I mean,
August.
those
I
numbers
was
don't lie.
not
This
doing
is what the prop
super
firm
hot. I was literally like
is reporting
questioning
19
my whole existence in trading. Like,
84. So
why
I
am I
don't know
doing this?
where I messed up
So
on
you're gonna
calculations.
have that, but you're
but-
also gonna have amazing times too, where you're just on a freaking run.
You know what I mean?
Right? And
Mhm.
you just have
Maybe
to
we
remind
traded
yourself
on
to get back to that
a different
balance,
day.
because
On this
again,
day,
you
we
don't
just
wanna
didn't put
have
the profits
really, really
down.
high highs
But
and really
regardless,
low lows, 'cause that surely burns
irregardless,
you out. So
okay,
that's all I gotta say.
we gotta trade this
Absolutely,
account.
and I'm
next.
sorry.
If we would have traded that
in
one,
the middle of that, I was
that
laughing at
could
Drew's
be
comment there. It says, I'm gonna use
even
my screen
closer
power
to
make you all
passing.
Trade barley.
But it doesn't
Bar-
matter.
I don't know
Look
what
at
the
where we
ticker is
are
for
right
barley.
here.
I think Drew may
Look
have
at
come
where
up
we
with
are.
one that I don't know.
We're at
And Sam said negativity can never get you
267.68
too far in life. Sam, I
overall. We
disagree.
are-
Look at Congress.
Something's crazy the way that they're calculating
Sorry, I'm just catching up
things.
here.
I'm not gonna cry about
yeah,
it.
Ken, you're right. I mean, we try to keep it pretty
On
chill.
that
This
one.
is an intense business, guys. It really is.
I'm
And I
writing
think
them
it's
down
listen,
every
I'm
time.
not patting our backs or anything like that, but it's a lot of people think they can do what we do.
So I don't know.
And to be fair,